Rhythms, activities with flamenco. This is a CLIL music lesson with video support for teachers. It is for children aged 7 to 8 years and it should last about 50 minutes in the classroom. This is a video that is part of a series to support you as a teacher and non-native English-speaking teacher to teach English. This will be done through primary school lessons structured using the method of CLIL. All of these lessons are focused on teaching English through arts and music. The lesson plans contain all the information needed to run the lesson. CLIL was introduced in 1994. It is the acronym of Content and Language Integrated Learning. Integrated learning of a disciplinary contents in a foreign language. It does not mean teaching the English language, but it implies teaching a non-linguistic discipline such as history or maths in a foreign language belonging to the student's curriculum or study plan. These lessons all use the subjects of arts and music. So through this lesson, Rhythms Accompanying Flamenco, we introduce the concept of rhythm through various musical styles, develop students' ability to recognize, reproduce, and create basic rhythmic patterns, include flamenco as a Spanish cultural example, encourage exploration and participation in creating rhythms, facilitate a discussion about different musical styles and rhythm. There are CLIL elements in the lesson. They are 4. Content includes the concept of rhythm, definition of rhythm and music and its significance, identification of rhythm in different musical styles, including flamenco. Percussion instruments, introduction to various percussion instruments such as tambourine, drum, castanets, claves, cajon flamenco, and their role in creating rhythms. Rhythmic patterns, recognition and reproduction of basic rhythmic patterns, creation of simple rhythmic patterns using percussion instruments. 4. Flamenco culture, exploration of Spanish culture and the art of flamenco, understanding the relationship between flamenco music and dance. Motor coordination, development of fine motor skills through handling percussion instruments, improvement of hand-eye coordination and synchronization when reproducing rhythmic patterns. 6. Musical expression and communications, sharing ideas and rhythmic patterns in groups, fostering communication and collaboration, expressing musical preferences and opinions about the experienced styles. The cognition elements in this lesson include motor coordination development, enhancing the fine motor skills by manipulating percussion instruments, improving coordination and synchronization while reproducing rhythmic patterns. Memory enhancement, strengthening memory recall by learning and reproducing rhythmic patterns. Developing memory retention by actively engaging in rhythm-based activities. Conceptual understanding, grasping the concept of rhythm and its manifestation across different musical genres, including flamenco. Identifying and reproducing basic rhythmic patterns to comprehend the fundamental elements of rhythm. Critical thinking skills, analyzing and imitating different rhythmical structures and patterns presented in diverse musical compositions, evaluating the variation in rhythm within different musical styles encountered during the activities. Attention and concentration improvement, increasing attention span and concentration by engaging in rhythmic activities that demand focus and precision, fostering sustained attention through the exploration and execution of various rhythmic patterns.
Kid Vision Dance Time.
Hi, Music Box. Who are we meeting today?
Hello, Miss Penny. Hello, children. My name is Elisa Rosal, and I'm the Artistic Director of Ballet Flamenco La Rosa and PAN Performing Arts Network. This is Maya Lu, a professional dancer that dances with our company.
Que bueno. Where did the dance originate?
Flamenco originated in Andalusia, southern Spain. We use footwork, we use our shoulders, we use our hips, we use our facial expressions, we use our hands and fingers and our arms.
Dance along with me.
What's the name of the dance?
Flamenco.
Good job.
The CLIL elements that reference culture are exploration of Spanish culture, understanding elements of Spanish culture through the exploration of flamenco music and dance, learning about the historical and cultural significance of flamenco within the Spanish heritage. Appreciation of flamenco as art, appreciating flamenco as an art form encompassing music, dance, and cultural expression, understanding the emotional and cultural context embedded in flamenco performances. Cultural diversity and exposure, exposing students to diverse musical styles, including flamenco, to promote appreciation for cultural variety, encouraging an understanding of the richness and diversity within global musical traditions. Cultural connection through music, creating a connection between cultural heritage and musical expression, specifically through flamenco, emphasizing the role of music in preserving and expressing cultural identities. Cultural context and rhythmic exploration, providing context for rhythmic exploration by integrating cultural significance and historical context, encouraging students to recognize the cultural roots and influences behind various rhythms and musical styles. And the CLIL element of communication looks at language function, vocabulary enrichment, learning and using specific music-related words and terms, verbal communication, expressing actions and preferences and thoughts related to music. Vocabulary, words pertaining to rhythm, instruments, and musical genres encountered during the activities. Verbs, action verbs, used to describe playing instruments and creating rhythms. Communication verbs, engaging in dialogue, explaining techniques, and discussing preferences. Language structure, simple sentences, forming descriptive sentences to convey musical actions and experiences. Question and answer format, asking and responding to inquiries about musical techniques and preferences. So in this lesson, Rhythmic Activities with Flamenco, we introduce the concept of rhythm through various musical styles, develop students' ability to recognize, reproduce, and create basic rhythmic patterns. We include flamenco as a Spanish cultural example, encourage exploration and participation by the children in creating rhythms, and facilitate a discussion among them about different musical styles and rhythm. Thank you.